G'day guys, Wasto here. What we have here is the Overlord of Music tremolo system. There are a few issues with these Overlord of Music tremolo systems. One being they use these tiny plastic washers at the back there. They'll need to be replaced with brass washers, available from your local hardware store, not hard to get. There are a couple of other issues. We have these springs here, and on the back they tend to slide around a little bit. So what I've done is I've put them both together and I've milled both sides of the Overlord O Music, the Underlord of Music, or something, whatever you want to call it. So I milled both sides so they're completely level, because there's a step at the back there when it's assembled. There's a step, so that step wasn't helping the situation. They were floating around a bit too much. Wanted to slide off the step, if you like. So that's dealt with that issue as best we can. You see, other guys on the internet have done it different ways. This is just another different way. This is sort of re-engineered, reimagined. So we have problems with the locking mechanism as well. So what I've done here, you see the locking mechanism. Usually this area rattles where my thumb is. Either it's this pin or that pin, which is internal there. Sometimes that's loose. Put a bit of Loctite on that. That'll solve that if that's the case. But around the other side here, I've installed a knurled a nut and screw. So I'm able to quite simply tighten that up and really lock that in. So that is solid. There's no spring in there at the moment, and that's resting against the pins, the rocker pins. So if you want tremolo, you can flick the lock off, wind that back, bang, you've got your tremolo back again. That's if you want it. I prefer not to use it, and I think these work better when that tremor's locked off. So that's a 6mm knurled nut, drilled and tapped through the side. You can see it makes it through there neatly and nicely, and there's enough finger pressure there to lock that off. So basically the Overlord of something music, whatever they want to call themselves, great design, poor execution perhaps. Lots of people would say the other way around. And another thing I did is to stop any string issues with my needle file. If I come in real close, you can see where the strings wear. Yeah. So with this needle file, I've gone and exacerbated them, and I've filed them out, so the string, less chance of it breaking or having an issue. So I've done that across these as well. This is how these fit up over here. There is still room for movement, but once this is flush against the other side, it doesn't want to step off that little ledge if you've got the Overlord of Music. So I assembled both pieces and then filed them down with nothing in. Just draw filed them. So that is the sort of thing you're going to see from the back. So it's been pretty much re-engineered to my specifications. And that's the way, I like it, So yeah, you won't know anything from the outside, and tuning stability should be awesome, seeing as I've made it a fixed bridge. But there you go, just a bit of re-engineering for the Overlord of Music, and now that's been customised, it's going to get my plaque on it too, so it's going to get that on there, over the top of the Overlord of Music, so that'll stick on there, customised by Wastony Designs. Sits in there just nicely. So awesome, there you go. If that's helped you out to re-engineer the Overlord of Music, that's a very brief overview. And make sure you scrape this side off, because that's where the wire contacts your bridge. So often in these kits, sometimes they don't scrape that off, but make sure it's nicely scraped off and there's plenty of contact, so that way you won't get any buzzing. There you go, re-engineered Overlord of Music. Now it's been all good. And remember, drop a little bit of sewing machine oil on there, tiny weeny bits, not much. That's what I use. Universal Swiss, Henninger, whatever. So there you go. Bit of sewing machine oil on those components. And you'll be overlord of music, headless rockin'. So hope that helped. Keep on rocking. Wasto's Garage, not all about cars.